J Street. Mr. Miller, with all due respect, you talked about the house on Swallow where you fined him $12,000. Well, that was chunk change to him. Why didn't you fill the basement in with cement instead? Bring it up to what it should have been.
You don't have to answer that, Mr.
Oh,
Miller.
don't worry about it. Yeah, were you at the zoning board?
I know I wasn't.
If you had attended the zoning board, you would have heard the facts of that matter.
Okay.
And, that there were significant facts going both ways on that issue. And there's a long record, and if it's ever transcribed, which it will be, I suggest you might
We'll just read the
read
decision.
it, and you'll find that there was...
And on 2 Hawk Street, I called when that edit this.
I think that's a clip. Sorry. Yeah, sorry, Mr. Sandek.
Okay, on 2 Hawk Street, when that started to be dug and built, I called, and I was told that it was going to be a 1-room addition. And I believe that's what it was made out to be.
That's correct.
But
It is not.
it is not. And Ray Charles could have seen that it was not.
And we addressed that last month, Mr. Sandek. We said that unfortunately, there was some fault on a couple of different levels with regard to that construction. And that's why there's a stop work order there now. And that's why the village attorney is in contact with the property owner's attorney, and we're going to resolve it.
Where does it stand at this point?
It's a stop work order. They have a specific list of information that they need to provide in order to get the project back rolling, which I believe they want to do. But until that's provided, then nothing's going on there.
In the meantime, I lived in my house for 54 years. Meantime, I got a tremendous eyesore next door to me with the dirt, with the crap that's all there. Why can't you send somebody in there to clean that up in the meantime?
Can't go on
You can
something.
look at property maintenance violations on it as well. I don't think there's any.
Because if you look at my yard is pristine. And you look at that yard, and it's a lot less than my yard. Thank you.
Anyone else? This juncture, name and address for the record, please.
I have another house that you can add to your list.
Name and address?
Bruce Goldsmith, excuse me, 2 Weiss Terrace. 640 Chestnut Ridge Road is the old stone house that is a side of the sandpaper factory. And
What?
sandpaper factory, I forgot the name of it. It's a sandpaper
Oh,
factory.
right, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
July 10th, 2014,
I was at a zoning board
it was
for that.
presented to the planning board, and there was an old couple that lived there, and after they passed away or moved away, that they had a choice of either knocking it down or making it an office of the sandpaper factory.
Right.
They decided that it was a nice old historian house. They wanted to keep it the way it was, and so they decided it wasn't in their best interest to knock it down. It appears now to be a boarding house. It was supposed to be, and I wrote a letter to the owner, I wrote a letter to the planning board, which is in these minutes, and it was supposed to be a 1-family home. Herman Fuchs, I believe, is the owner, and he presented his case with his lawyer, and now there are 3 to 4 trucks in the driveway at all times, white trucks. They're, they have ladders and all kinds of things. They're construction trucks. There's at least 10 kids that live in that house. Their garbage is out there 24/7. They don't bring it out on Thursday nights. They don't bring it in the next day. There's garbage all over the place. Okay? So I think somebody needs to look into that, because it is definitely not being used as a 1-family house.
Thank you, Mr. Gold.
What is the address on that?
The address is 640 Chestnut Ridge Road. And the other thing I just want to bring up is I ride around town. A lot of these empty houses have absolutely no address on them. They have no numbers on them. And I think that could be very dangerous for the fire department, the police department. If I wanted to, there was a couple of houses that had tall grass that I wanted to report, and they have no addresses on them.
That is a law, we do have that law.
Well, okay, so why don't we start making money on all these laws by fining
No,
people?
we do have that, because of the emergency vehicle, you had to have either a number on your house or on your mailbox so they could,
Well, there are plenty of houses without them, so what can we do about that?
There's one on Springdale Terrace, there's one on Gottlieb.
Thank you.
And there's one on 4 Weiss Terrace. My next door neighbor has no address up
not
there.
on the mailbox.
No, there are plenty around town. And if this is a law, and it's finable, I think we should make some income on
I
this.
know that the fire department and ambulance.
Maybe we could have the full-time building inspector. One other thing, somebody mentioned to me
You don't
the
want
building.
your taxes to go, well, you complain about your taxes and you want us to hire more and more people full-time.
Yes, and they could be funded by the fines for people not obeying the law. The other thing that I was concerned about, your building inspector, somebody mentioned to me that he wasn't certified
He
to
will
be
be
a
at
building
the end of
inspector.
June.
Excuse me?
He will be at the end of June.
And he's not certified because he doesn't have the experience? What's the
There are certain
qualifications?
courses that you must take.
Excuse me,
So why wouldn't we hire somebody that's certified and has good experience behind
Mr.
them?
Goldsmith,
Yes.
first of all, we hired our building inspector from the county list, which is provided to the villages. The individual takes the list, takes the test, and is deemed qualified by the county to take the job. Mr. Klinicki scored #1 on the test when he took the test. The state of New York, once you hire an individual, so long as they're going to classes, they are technically considered a certified building inspector. However, because he was still training, we then had support as far as physically going out to inspect certain properties. That became a problem because when you contract out, it's not the same as when you have somebody in-house on your own. So in November, when we hired Mr. Klinicki, as much as we had him being helped, we had him being shadowed by people to train him, he was doing what he needed to do. You're not going to hire somebody on a part-time basis who is fully certified and going to hit the ground running. We have no issue with Mr. Klinicki. He's doing a wonderful job, and he's doing what he's supposed to be doing for the village.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
I'll move that the public portion of the meeting be adjourned.
Here, second.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, there being none, thank you very much. Folks, we have to go into a executive session for discussion of personnel and litigation. So thank you for coming out this evening. Have a wonderful evening. Happy holidays.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.